Welcome to the new Spain. 3 years later, welcome to a country that's emerging from the mother of all crises. A place where, territorial tensions aside, and despite the clear signs of improvement in the economy, one keeps hearing talk about economic and social inequality. Huge unemployment, the scourge of corruption, heavy foreign debt. Even La Roja's in crisis, but that's another story. In the last few years, we've seen things that we sure hope we never see again. We've seen the country's social and economic fabric weaken to the point where lots of people are able to get by only because their family helps them. We've seen our brightest young people leave home to start from scratch someplace else. And too many businesses have had to close their doors after the banks they'd always worked with cut off their lines of credit. But in the midst of all this turmoil, we've also seen lots of personal and business projects forge ahead despite all the obstacles. Welcome to a community that's reinventing itself in a more participative and dynamic way. A new and even more creative country, if that's possible, where companies are taking the smartest decisions to succeed, becoming more competitive, and in many cases, jumping into the spotlight as global players. Like our big construction companies, which are world leaders in many fields. Do you know who's building the subways in Lima, Boston, and Riyadh? Or the tunnel under the Sea of Marmara, the first to link 2 continents? Or California's high-speed train, or the light rail in Sydney, among other mega projects? And in telecom, do you know which telco makes the second biggest R&D investments in the whole world? Today, our financial sector is growing and cementing its position, boasting 3 of Europe's 15 most solid banks. And what about the tourism industry? It would be pretty hard to do things any better, with record numbers of visitors reaching our well-tended beaches and cities year after year. We're expecting 68 million visitors this year, and we're already the world's second tourism destination in terms of revenue. And best of all, looking ahead, our big hotel groups are investing more than ever in new and attractive destinations. And then there's Inditex. We could make a blockbuster movie about the successes of the Inditex group. The way they achieve them is so unique that even the geniuses at Harvard study them. And an example of a lower-profile company. In Spain, we're very good at making cars, as Volkswagen, Seat, Renault, Nissan, Mercedes, Citroën, Peugeot, Opel, and Ford are well aware. But did you know that 80% of the components of each of these cars comes from a bunch of highly innovative Spanish companies? Like Gestamp, the world leader in the design and manufacture of metallic components. And all this is only driving our exports to record highs. Yes, these are success stories. You can find them everywhere. Just think of our new world champions in badminton, the triathlon, ice skating, or even our other La Roja. And think of the box office hits from Spain's latest crop of brilliant directors. Or of our world-renowned blue ribbon restaurants. Even our monarchy has had a makeover and is dancing to a new tune. A pretty catchy one too, by the way. What hasn't changed is our sense of solidarity. We've been leading the world in donations and organ transplants for the last 23 years straight. And during the crisis, we tripled the number of volunteers in Spain. All over the globe, analysts and investors have no doubt about it. Spain is hot right now. Even the IMF put Spain at the head of the class in growth in 2015 among the world's developed nations. Does that sound like a country in crisis? Well, there are data and situations that nobody is happy about. But we think that now more than ever is the time to take advantage of the opportunities and join forces to leave the crisis behind once and for all. And Grant Thornton is there, always investing in talent to help companies make the best decisions in order to grow. There's still a lot of work to be done, but yes, we're optimistic. Do you want to walk that path together? Grant Thornton.